If you're into e-commerce, check out these cool stats. For example, right now there are around 24 million online stores all over the globe. Also, e-commerce sales are going to make up about 21% of total resales this year only. And guess what? Online shopping isn't slowing down one bit. They say it's going to hit a whopping $8.1 trillion by year 2022. You can bet those numbers will just keep up climbing year after year, isn't it? So here's a $1 million question for you. If you got a thing for e-commerce, then why not dive into creating your very own multi-vendor marketplace? So I'll break it down for you. Let's take a look. This right here is Amazon, the absolute giant of online shopping worldwide. But over here, we've got Amazon, the ultimate multi-vendor shop. And guess what? It's all built on good old WordPress and WooCommerce. Pretty cool, huh? It's full of all sorts of cool stuff. For example, if I go to the checkout page, I can set up distance rate shipping. Or if I change country, then the vendors can set up the weight-based shipping and so on. If I log in as a vendor, then I can customize my shop as I like. I can create products. Just click on add product, enter the details, and done. I can import and export stuff, see all the orders, add coupons, see the analytics. I can set up my own shipping rules, and so on and so forth. It's really easy to set up, so if you're interested, then jump in and let's see how to create a multi-vendor site. Now, first things first, we need to install a plugin, and the plugin is called Dokan, the one you see on the screen right now. Currently, it has more than 60,000 active installations, and as you see, very good ratings. It has a free version, the one you'll see on the screen right now, and it has a pro version, this one here. I'm going to take a look at both of them in this video. And in order to keep it going, let's go to the plugins and add new. Let's search for Dokan, this one here. I'm going to install it and activate it. Now the setup wizard is popping up. So let's click on a Let's Go button. Here you can add your own store URL. Next one, who is the shipping fee recipient? Whether it's vendor or admin, I'm going to leave it as vendor. Oh, one more thing. You can easily skip this part and set it up later, but I'm going to take a look what is what here. Next, product text, fee recipient, vendor, shipping tax, also vendor. Whether to use Google Maps or Mapbox, I'm using Google Maps. Later I'm going to add an API key here. Whether to share the essentials, I'm going to leave it off. Let's go to the next page. Now I can activate whether the new vendor is able to sell the products right after the registration or not. Yes, I'm going to activate this one. I'm going to ask for the commission. It's a percentage, 10% from each order, but you can also set up the flat fee. Now I'm going to activate that vendor can change order status. Continue. Withdrawal methods. There are two withdrawal methods, PayPal and bank transfer. I'm going to activate only PayPal. Minimum withdrawal limit, 50 euros. And order status for withdraw is completed. Next, I can activate recommended modules, but I'm not going to do that at the moment. Although I'm going to activate WooCommerce conversion tracking. Next page, it's ready. Let's go to the more settings and see what is what here. As you see on the left, there is a Dokan menu. There is a dashboard, withdraw, reverse withdrawal, vendors, modules, pro features, and settings. So let's take a look at the settings. Under the general, there are site settings. I'm going to prevent vendors from accessing the WP admin area. This one here. Vendor store URL. Vendor setup wizard logo. I'm not going to add it here, but you can do it. Setup wizard message. Store terms and conditions. I'm going to activate those. Products per page. 24. And I'm going to enable address field on the vendor registration form. Let's save it and let's take a look at the selling options. Once again, you can set up the commission type, percentage, and the same stuff we saw during the wizard. But down below here, I can activate whether vendor is able to add new products on a single page view and whether they can select any category. Yes, I can do that. I'm not going to allow them to remove add to cart button, therefore save changes and withdrawal options. The same we saw before. Reverse withdrawal. Here I can set up the pages for the dashboard, orders, store list, and terms and conditions. This one here. Under the appearance, I can choose whether to display the map on a store page. I can add Google Maps API key, and I can choose the layout of the store header template. I like this one the most, therefore I'm going to activate it here. Down below, I can activate the opening and closing time widget, and whether to display the vendor info on a single product page. Yes, I'm going to do that. Let's save it. And one last thing is under the privacy policy. I can set up the privacy policy page and add the information here. And that's basically all the settings for the free version. If you go to the Pro features, then you'll see what is inside the Pro version. There is a comparison here. You'll see that the Dokan Lite, that is the free version, is limited. But if you would like to get the full experience and set up the full store, then you should choose a Pro version. Here are the prices. They are also on the Dokan website. I'm going to put the link to the Dokan website in the video description. There's a pricing here. It's a current pricing. There is also a lifetime plan here. And once again, take a look at this comparison table here and you'll see what is what. If you go to the modules, then you'll see that with the premium plans, you can unlock 20 plus modules, those here. And as you see, you'll basically have a module for every use case. For example, booking integration, live search, geolocation, live chat, product add-ons, product enquiries, reviews, table rate shipping, distance rate shipping, and so on. Although there is one more thing I would like to show you, and this is the mobile apps. If you go to the Dokan site, you'll see that they have a mobile apps for Android and for the iOS, which allows you to create a better experience. Just scroll down, read the information here, and if you're interested, then you can purchase the app for your marketplace. Just submit the credentials to the Dokan team, and they will get the app ready for you and your customers. Pretty straightforward. Now that we've got that done, let's see how your vendors can sign up and what cool stuff they'll find in their dashboards. We've got a lot to talk about, so let's get started. Now, if you go to the dashboard, then you'll see some information about it. But in order to keep it short, let's take a look how to create a vendor account and what the vendor can do over there. Now I'm going to move to my other shop, this one here. It has a Pro version activated, and I activated only those modules I would like to use on this shop. Next, I'm going to show you how to create a vendor account and what the vendor can do in a shop. So I'm going to open it up in a private view. I'm going to go to the registration page. I'm going to add a email, password, and now I can choose whether I'm a customer or I'm a vendor. I'm a vendor, therefore let's fill the fields, register, and now the onboarding wizard opens up. Once again, I'm going to let's go, add the information, PayPal email for the withdrawals, information for bank transfer. Let's continue and go to the store dashboard, this one here. At the moment, nothing appears here, so I'm going to go to the products and I'm going to add a new product. Product name is Max Shirt. I'm going to upload the image and pay attention that every vendor has its own media library. I have uploaded tens of images here, but they won't appear down below here because it's a separate account. Okay, image is uploaded, set it as a featured image. Now I'm going to add a gallery image here in a similar way. Add to gallery. Next, product type is simple. I can also create variable or external or grouped products. Price for the shirt is 25 euros. Category, whether it's for women or hoodies or whatever it is, I'm going to choose clothing. Add another category, and for men. Done. Next, I can add tags, for example, shirt, t-shirt, and so on. Short description and long description, SKU, stock status, or I can enable product-based stock management. As you see, all the fields here are the same as they are when adding products from the backend. I don't allow back orders. Weight is 0.1 kilograms. I can add shipping classes here. It's taxable. And I can add a upsell products, but since I don't have any so far, it's my first product, I won't do it. But as you understand, it's easy to do as with always with WooCommerce. Upsells and cross-sells, attributes if needed. I can enable discount options. It's a pro option. Pay attention that free version doesn't have it. I can override my return and warranty settings here. I can enable wholesale for this product. For example, wholesale price is 17 euros. If the minimum quantity is 5, I can also enable minimum or maximum rules. Once again, those two here are only for pro version. I'm not going to do it at the moment. Product status, it's online, it's not draft, and I can enable or disable product reviews. Save product, view product, and done. And as you see, there is no add to cart button. It's because it's my own product. But if I visit the shop, then there's an add to cart button, get support, and if someone sends a message, then it will be delivered to me. Pay attention that you as an admin can enable or disable this button here. And how does it look like? There is a support tab under your vendor account, and here's the support message. Whenever I've messed around with multi-vendor shops, then I've noticed that sorting out the shipping can be a bit tricky, and sometimes it doesn't cover all the different situations user might have. So let's take a look at how Dokan tackles this. And hey, just a quick reminder, if you find this video useful, then please give that like button down below a friendly tap. It really means a lot to me. I'd be really grateful. Let's see what else I can do here. Under the settings, one of the most important things for every multi-vendor shop is the shipping. Currently, this multi-vendor shop allows us to send products only to Estonia and Finland. That is 2 zones here. I can add my own shipping methods. Let's add this one here. Add shipping method, flat rate, local pickup, free shipping or table rate. Now, one thing I would like to display you though, I'm gonna log in as an admin. I'm gonna go to the dashboard, settings, shipping, and those are the zones here. Pay attention that if I disable those two, that is vendor shipping and vendor table rate shipping, then as you see, if I go to the shipping and zones, there is no Estonia here. Once again, if I activate this and this, you can add those by adding the shipping method here, those vendor shippings, distance rate, table rate, and vendor shipping. Let's add the distance rate here. So, done. I'm going to activate it, save it, and if I open it up, there is nothing to configure. This is admin view, but for the vendors, if I open it up, you'll see that now there is another zone. I can add a distance rate, this one here, add it. Let's edit it, give it a title, rate shipping, it's taxable, transportation mode driving. I'm gonna add my address here. It's a base shop and it works out the distance for the customer from the shipping location. If this is done, I'm gonna update it. And now I can add the distance rules. For example, from 0 to 10 kilometers, the base cost is 5 euros. From 10.01 until 100 kilometers, it's 10 euros. And if it's more than 100 kilometers, then it's 15 euros. I'm going to update it and it's done. Back to the zone. And in a similar way, I can add all sorts of shipping methods. For example, if I open up this shipping zone, add shipping method, I'm going to choose table rate this time, add shipping method once again. If I edit it, I can change the name, for example, special courier. It's taxable, handling fee if needed, maximum shipping cost if needed, calculation type, and I can also define table rates here. If I use shipping classes, then I can change the priority here. Let's update it. And now let's add a shipping rate. Whether it's shipping class based or price, weight, and item count based. I'm going to add a weight, for example, from 0 to 10 kilos. The cost is 10 euros. And from 10.01 to 100 kilos, it's 20 euros. As simple as that. Update and done. And now how does it work? Well, if user goes to shop, adds the product to the cart and goes to the checkout, then you'll see this here is a distance rate shipping I added, 12 euros, and it's because of my address here. But if I change the address, then it's 6 euros. Can't get any easier than that, isn't it? Now you may wonder what happens if there are products from different vendors in your cart. Well, let's test it out. There is a product from one vendor. As you see, it displays who is the vendor. I'm going to go and add another product from another vendor. You'll see this is the first vendor, this is the second one. And you'll see that I can choose the shipping for the first product and for the other product here. Easy peasy. Okay, back to the vendors view. If you open up the store, then you can upload your store banner. And if you would like to know how does your shop looks like, then I'm going to go to the shop page. As you see, no banner here. So let's upload one, for example, this one here. Select and crop. I'm going to display it like this. I can also upload a profile picture, for example, this one here. I can add my own information, company name. I can enable store-wide discount for minimum order amount and percentage. I can add shop info. I can enable or disable support and update. Now if I go to the shop page, you'll see it looks like this one here. Back to the dashboard. There is one more thing I would like to show you, and this is the store schedule here. If you select it, then you can add your own opening hours here. For example, if my shop is closed on Sunday and Saturday, I'm going to deactivate those or change the opening hours here. If I update it and go to my shop, then this widget here displays the opening and closing times. Let's take a look at the payment options. This one here is my withdrawal payment, verification if needed. This can be activated by the admin. Social profiles, return and warranty information, store SEO. Now let's take a look at the orders. No orders currently here, so let's create one. Place order, done. Shop owner receives an email, this one here. Customer receives the email and everything looks well. Now if I go to the dashboard, refresh it, then you'll see there is a order. I can change the status. I can view it, add a tracking number. Once again, this is a pro option. In a minute, I'm going to go back to the backend and I'm going to show you what is over there. And these are the orders. If someone sends you a product enquiry here, then it is also displayed in your dashboard. Okay, that's all good and fine, and we've covered things from a vendor's perspective. Now let's do a speedy check of the admin dashboard and see what's cooking over there. So, back to the shipmates. Now I'm gonna switch back to the admin view for a minute, and let's take a look at the Dokan options here. As you see, there are much more menus compared to the free version. The more modules you have activated, the more options you have here. And if you open up the settings, you'll see that Pro version also has much more settings. You can customize your store colors. You can choose whether to use predefined colors or custom colors. If you have activated live search option, then you can customize it here. The same goes with the store support module. All those here are the modules I have activated. Seller verification. You can choose whether you ask for the verification, and you can choose whether they can do that through Facebook, Google, Twitter, or LinkedIn. If you're using SMS gateways for verification, then you can activate it here. Shipping statuses, and this one is for the tracking options. I don't use Australia Post, therefore I'm gonna deactivate it, and I'm gonna activate only the ones I'm gonna use. And just as a reference, once again, it's this one here, tracking number. I have activated an option to ask quotes. I can customize the options here. Same with a live chat. I haven't added a app ID or app secret because I would need to create an account here, but in order to keep it short, I'm not gonna show you how to do it. But you know that you can add a chat option to the site. Wholesale information, EU compliance fields, product advertising. Next one is product report abuse settings. So what is it? It's this link here down below. If someone clicks on it, then he or she can fill the fields and send the abuse report. Next one is single product multi-vendor settings. And here you can configure whether you allow vendors to sell other vendor products with desired customizations. Some options here. If you're planning to create a subscription for the vendors, for example, monthly subscription, then you can do it here. You can activate the module and configure it here. Analytics options, you can connect it with Google Analytics. And some geolocation options. Once again, all those can be activated and deactivated under the modules. Those are the pro modules. I have a bunch of those activated and I can choose those here. One more thing, if we go to the settings, there is something I really like, and this is the search option. There are tons of configuration options here, but if I need something that is related to the email, I'm going to just search for email, and in a second it displays me all the related information here. If you're an admin, then on the left you'll see all the reviews that are entered, the support tickets that are sent. You can create badges here, for example, level 1, level 2, add the information, add the photo. You can see all the requests for quotes. You can add announcements, for example, shop is down, maintenance. Add the information, choose who will receive the information, whether it's all vendors or selected vendors. I'm going to send it to all. Send. All the vendors will receive an email. This one here, it displays the announcement. And if they go to the dashboard and open up announcement, then this one here is displayed. Refunds, reports. Under the tools, you can export or import the settings, check for duplicate orders, regenerate variable products, and add your license here. It's pretty easy and straightforward. And in order to keep this tutorial short, I'm not going to go over all the options it has. It would take me hours and hours. If you need some help, then go to the documentation page and you'll find all the answers here. If there is something that doesn't work, then you can either open up the chat or open up the support ticket. And if you have seen my previous videos, then you know that with every new plugin I test how responsive the support team is. Therefore, I opened up the support ticket with them and received an answer after a couple of hours. Now, setting up the multi-vendor plugin is one thing. You also need a good theme for your vendor shop. And Dokan also provides you with a theme. There is a free theme and there is also a theme for the hotels. There are a bunch of third-party themes you can buy. But if you're a newbie and you don't know how to create a site with WordPress, then take a look at the screen. There is a video I have made about it. Meanwhile, take care.